Hi, hello, welcome to Dusty Shop, where bad decisions are rabid and planning is lacking. So, don't do what we do. Well, you could try it. Have fun with it. You know, do the YouTube stuff. Click like and subscribe. Alright, thanks. Alright, circus goers, so today I'm here in the shop and we have the shop tractor. This is a machine the tractor that we use to move all the cars and move everything around in the shop. And so it needs some love because, well, one, I bent, you can tell them, me and George already did this, we fixed this. So I bent these from, so instead of being kind of like this, they were like this. So we fixed that, we had to bend it back into shape, buckets back on it, I have forks and all kinds of other goodies for it. We got a cylinder over there leaking, and we got to take it to a shop and either get a seal kit for it, and I might try to rebuild it, or maybe have them rebuild it, I don't know. What to see, time is, of everything right now. But it needs a lot of love. We're going to need to change some oil. I'm going to mess with the hydraulics right now because I'm fixing to bust them loose. I'm going to try to get that ram off. I want to do, eventually, is I need to put a little reinforcement on this piece that we heated up. Bend back into shape. Boom, 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 boom. I need to fix the seat. Check the coolant. Just maintenance. I haven't done any maintenance on it yet this year. Needs to be greased. Really bad. Greased. So, let's get started. I'm trying to think where I want to start at. There's so much to do. So little time. Let's try with the seat first. So my seat's broke and doesn't have the shock in it no more. I don't know what happened to it. It kind of just went left on me. So, let's see if I can't get the seat off. I do. Let's bring you on a little closer. Okay, so let me get this seat off. Let me see what we got going on here. Oh, I'm pretty sure that this is all metric. Kind of like get my seat to work. So, seat is supposed to be spring activated. We are not. This thing's worse. Worse than anything. It's absolutely terrible. Because there's no spring in it, or shock. I think it's a shock is what it is. I'm pretty sure of it. So, let's get the shock back underneath it. Yeah. I think I see. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is, but... Alright. Okay, let's see if that's. The seat should just. I can come right up. Alright, that's what it's supposed to do. But it doesn't do that. Alright, let me get it off here. Let me get my little table over here and we'll come back over to this side. Just see what's going on with this seat. Why does my seat not want to work like it's supposed to? Alright, so this seat's supposed to move like a lot, like all different millions of different directions. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't going nowhere with nothing. Let's set some oil down there. Okay. So the other thing is it's supposed to, So let me show you what I got. Let me get some proper remover tools for this thing. We'll put some new little dealies in there. I thought these things were shocks. Boy, was that wrong. Just a bunch of springs. Okay, so basically, I got 4 springs that tie onto this thing. So this thing with the springs on it is what makes the seat go up and down. It's a spring-loaded seat. I ain't figured out this. What happened? There's that. Oh, this will be... Okay, so looks like what happened. Okay, well that should be, I want to say relatively easy, but we're going to make a... So the springs grab it right here, and there's basically a washer that needs to be right here. Well, I was just rolling this thing up because it's kind of dirty, and you know, I'm being real gentle with it, but there's a stopper, roll pin stopper right there. So let's get that out. Of course, it's not going to be just that easy. No, absolutely not. We're going to be the most difficult as we can. So I'm going to put that right there, because what's going to happen is I'm going to need a... I want to be sitting here and checking it up every 5 seconds. Get that little roll pin out. What do you think? What do you think? Okay, roll pin's out. I'll probably lose it. I probably will. But let's go ahead and here's taking this out. Oh man. So fixing the tractor seat. Okay, so that's out. So my grand plan is to put a washer back. Ooh. Put a washer on there, and what I might do, take it over there to the welder and give it a little dab a weld. Kind of hold everything in place. That's way too big. Let's go find one that's a little smaller. I thought I grabbed one. I probably did. Okay, so I'm going to do something like this because this is what it needs. That's what broke because it sits there, goes back in that frame. We'll come back to that here in a minute. But I think I'm going to do right now is, real quick, is I'm going to run over there to the old welder. Chuck this thing, or I'm going to put this thing in there, going to get it square. This thing's going to be perfect, but we're going to put a little welder on here so this thing doesn't sit here and slip around. Yeah, I think we're going to put a little dab of weld on it. Then I want to weld something across here. I don't know if I have that part. I thought I saved it. Yes, I did. Okay. So that's actually what's supposed to go on the end of this. So I think what I might do is drill this, trying to knock that stuff out. And drill this all out and see if we can get a bigger, let me get this fixed first. See what we need to do here before I start welding stuff on there and making life more difficult at that end. That's out. That's over there. And I wouldn't even care if there's a roll, you know, sort of like a roll pin in there. I think we can put a pretty good sized roll pin in there. I don't know why I grabbed that, but you know, because I'm not thinking right. Okay, that's out of there. As we can see, we got a nasty, it's all jacked up. So that goes like so. So, and this end, that big ass roll pin right here. Yeah, but now I got it in there. Can I get it back out? I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something like that. cheap. Oops, I maybe got ahead of myself on this one. First of all, I want to be back. I'm gonna go take care of this part. All the little deal on there, got a washer in there. So what I got 4 springs. That's what makes this thing piano. They're pretty good sized springs too, I'm gonna lie. So, let's see if I can get my little dealie in here a little farther. I may push that little roll pin back in there for a stopper before I get all the springs on here and then mess up again where you're like, I'm like, damn, man, I should have done that earlier. Okay, put the stopper back on. So, why does everything always got to take a blood sample? You know, why? Just why? I think before I put this piece back on, I'm gonna cut a hole in here and then on that, yeah. I think we're gonna do that. Are you kidding me? Look at the seat over on the side. See which way is going to be easier to hook them springs up because the way it's looking right this second, it ain't looking very easy that way. I'm going to have to rig some kind of like hook or something. I got a big stainless steel hook, but I have to clamp the seat down. Why is it? So that basically didn't have nothing back here. I was sitting on the stopper. Turn the seat like this. Let me take the seat off the pedestal. Yeah, let's take the seat off the pedestal. Put a little blue Loctite. I don't want to put it back together. I'm gonna do this part. I'm gonna set this part on the floor. I'm gonna take this part with me. Let's take a look, see if we can see anything. Shit. No, hell no. Of course not. Something I was hoping to be a quick fix is turning into a like an all-day affair. Okay. And so this is why that stayed broke so long. Look rid of that. Stripped one. Man, are we doing wonderfuls with this? Always got to be one. Okay, that one just became a nut and bolt. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but we'll figure it out here in a minute. First of all, let's make the old cover here come off. This has just turned into just such a absolute prize. All right. So, I do believe our little friends crossfitted that for us. Absolutely wonderful. So now, oh, you know what I did? Oh, that's funny. It's been so long since I've seen this thing together. Shit. That's supposed to be there. Boy, ain't I a genius. But then again, it's been a while since I've seen this thing put together. And when it broke, I'd never taken it apart. Because it worked. So why would I take it apart? It worked. So let's put it together kind of proper like. I'm thinking, man, that don't seem right to me. Oh, man, look at that. I think we might actually have something going on here. I could possibly be it. I'm just saying, might be a little bit. Some kind of really cool little specialty tool that will pick this thing up, line it all up where it needs to be, but I ain't got it. So I gotta work with what I got. This is not as easy as it looks. It shouldn't be this difficult, but it actually is being very, because, you know, it's a little mix of real quality forging here. Okay. That was just, yeah, that was just that. Absolutely terrible. Oh, that's awesome. There's a little hole right here, and I can see the where the little roll pin's going to go. Actually, what this is going to be now, it's going to be a cotter pin. And maybe a roll pin. We should stick with a roll pin. Oof. Not up there, though. There it is. I can see it there. So, where did my little roll pin go? I don't know. But I'm going to put that together wrong. Woo-hoo. There it is. That'd have been terrible. I'd have fought that thing then to find out that it didn't work. Big dummy. It's just right there, but it's still kind of, you know what I mean? Still just not quite right. There you go. Voila, el finito. So, okay, it works out, because I can use just whatever. I couldn't do that before, because this thing is bottomed out all the time, and I'm telling you what, you go bow hunting in the back 40, that's rough. That is not pleasant. Okay, that's where it goes. That goes like so, like so, like so. Now I did turn the air line on. I want to blow all this, kind of clean this out. I like the track to kind of work again a little bit. Okay, so all right, so with all that wonderfulness done and just absolute chaos, back together. Seat is going to be, it was sitting flat before, so when you sat in the seat, you were already bottom completely out. And this thing had no give. Oh, there, practice easy. I tell you what, when you're running around out there and doing stuff, and those seats rough like that, ooh, that's rough. So, all right, we'll clean that over here. So, yeah, we got an absolute mess in here. So let's give it a bath. Let's clean it up. All right, blow it off. Yeah, air, all the way. So one of the other things we might do too is we might do the we put air in or water in the tires. I'm waiting for my tools to come in. That way we can put antifreeze and stuff. Put some water in the tires. Give her a little more weight in the back. She's a little light. Okay, man, this is just going to be absolutely just phenomenal. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put the seat back in it first. And we'll do the rest of this. And dangling. This thing weighs a fucking ton. That thing broke, so it's been rough. It still is kind of rough.
Are you lost yet? Are you lost yet?
What I need to do now is just get the seat cranked up where the springs are working. There we go. All right. Yeah. Finally. Seat's fixed. All right. So, tighten up this fender. Both fenders, actually. Okay, that's solid again. Seat's kind of good. We're back on bouncy seat. So, takes care of that. So what I got to do next is, yeah, I got to change the oil in this thing. She's lovely. And then get my hoodie proper upper thing. So we'll get under the hood because now I can't lift the hydraulics. Because usually I do this and I have the hydraulics up. I was going to beat the nose out of it, but I don't know. Oh, what'd I do? Ah, there it goes. I'll show you what I do. Yeah, that girl needs it. That girl needs a lot of love. I'm going with that. Okay, so, ooh, it overflows. Not overflow. Oh, broke. Okay. Check the rain freeze. So, I gotta go down there and check everything because, man, a lot of stuff in this thing comes loose through the season. So, let's get the oil drained. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make the oil. Let's change the oil. Because I know it needs to be done. Oh, no doubt about it. Let that do its thing. I grabbed my light because it died. I knew it was going to die. Alright. So, the other thing I'm going to do, check out loader. Loader. Bolts. I want to say that 24s. Yep. 22s. Nope, not those. Those are smaller. Okay. Oop. That one was loose. I did it with my impact, but they're just kind of, my batteries aren't the grandest, so we're not trusting them. Not right now. Oh, look, I have something up in here. Loader, come on, loose on me again. And I mean again, yeah. Because that happened before. Oh yeah, these are loose. Ugh. You gotta be kind of careful with some of these bolts because I pulled the threads in a couple of them. I'm not threaded very into the where they thread in are not very grand for sure. Oh yeah, that one's loose again. Put the bolt back. Old drain plug back in. But what are we doing on this one? I already had an oopsie. Not an oopsie, but a, yeah. One of those. Check everything here. Looks good. Don't see anything. Needs a bath, but we'll do that later. That's been a little bit since that's been on there. So I try to do this twice a year. Once right before July. And then once in December. December gets the oil change. Just kind of basically that's all I do is change the oil in December. Check the antifreeze. That kind of stuff. This time of year, this is when I do all this, where I check everything, check the belt, check, make sure everything's tight. I use it more in the summer, obviously, when I'm moving cars, and I gotta mow. I'm gonna mow the place. So we got to have her, in pretty good shape. Okay. Motor rolls away. Okay, we're full. I shouldn't say that. We still gotta get some up in the filter and all that. So what I'm gonna do is I do have some more of this stuff, so it's not a big deal. Put that there. Put the cap on. I want sometime here in the near future. I want to. I do want to put an oil pressure gauge on this thing. Just so I don't know what the pressure is. Oil pressure. I might put a different set of gauges on it, like temperature and all that, because a little temperature gauge works. Sounds better. Like I said, she was in need of some love. I hate where the dipstick is on this thing. Just a bad spot. Yeah, we're a little low still. I like to make sure she's good and full. So this is one I'm going to use her the most. Just dig out the press stone. Because my overflow. Oh, this thing will fall on me again. Because that really hurts. The damn hood comes down, crashing down on top of you. It's not very pleasant, I'll tell you that. Because usually it has the loader up, but right now the loader don't go up. Okay, antifreeze is good. I'm gonna get my ass out of here before that fucker comes crashing down on my head. Should replace the shocks, but I probably never will. Yeah, it took almost a year to fix the seat, so I don't see the hood shocks getting, anytime soon. Because I really don't need the hood up for much other than this. So, it is needs a little love. So, we've got the seat done. We've got oil change. The coolant levels are good. I've got hydraulic oil here, but we've got to take off that cylinder over there because it leaks. It doesn't work. It doesn't just leak. It just doesn't work. So, let me grab, I think, let me see if I can find them. I've got some A&N plugs, little plastic cap plugs. I'm going to put in a hydraulic line and try to keep more along the lines of trying to not make a mess. I don't have the fittings. So, what we're going to do, take the lines off. I'm going to get some rubber gloves. I'm going to take the fingers out of one glove. Pinch off the... Holy smokes. Damn, man. Only they got it quite that tight. Does two things. Keeps crap out of your hydraulic line. I'm not too worried about obviously the filter the ram, because that needs to be fixed, and Put a little condom on it. Like so. Perfect. I'll keep trash out of mine. Oh, it makes a little mess on my floor. Well, you know, that's what we have kitty litter for. So, next step. Get the ram out of here. Yeesh. That might be a little easier said than done. I do not know. Oh no, that's not. Well, that was a breeze. That one was easy. Awesome. I probably took it off the wrong way. Probably should have took the other end off. So I gotta get some bolts because I snapped a bunch of bolts off too. Which is marvelous. And we'll grease everything up when we go to put this back together. So. Oh yeah, that's gonna actually come apart. Oops. Oops. Stay. Alright, so there's the cylinder that leaks like a broke stove and giving me all kinds of grief. I just do this because that way all my stuff's together. I know what it is. Alright, as you can see by the pictures, I've got hydraulic oil all down one side. That's why this thing usually stays dirty, is because of this cylinder right here. And we're leaking oil everywhere, so I'm going to go take this around the corner here into the old waste tank and clean it out, lay a little bit. And so there we go. And I'm back. There's my ram. Take it to the old deal. So now I'm going to find something to put the dirty thing in. And we'll come back when we get the ram back. We need to check the diff oil. Let's check the diff oil real quick. How much oil we have in the diff? Front differ. Got a little mud on here for like forever. Throw that over there. That's one of the sides you put it in on. Now wants to check it. So, maybe the crescent wrench. Maybe. Get big enough? Check the oil. Well, I have not noticed this thing leaking, but it looks like we're a lot low. So let's get out the old 90 weight. Let's fill it up. Well, all right. Now that we've got the cylinder on, I'm going to find something to put it in. We're going to run it to a hydraulic shop to either get the parts to fix it, or depending on the price, if it isn't too like incredibly stupid, and they can get it done pretty quick. Because I got a funny feeling that that end of this ram right here is going to be on really tight, and I'm going to have a hell of a time getting it off because one, I don't have a spanning wrench, I don't have the wrench to take it off, so I'm going to use like a pipe wrench and tear shit up. So I might just, if it's like I said, if it's not like stupid expensive, I might just go ahead and let them do it, get it done real quick, make sure that it doesn't leak, and that way if it does, then I gotta get another ram. But anywho. We'll come back. We'll come back to that. We'll come back and then we'll finish greasing it all up, and we'll give it a bath. And then I think we should be ready to rock and roll for the season. Oh yes, we got to add some angle iron across here. So I got to pick up some angle iron and weld that up because I bent this. Like I said before, this was like this. So this is like 5 inches off this. So if you had one on here, the other one was off 5 inches. I bent the snot out of it, and that's when that cylinder gave up life. So, obviously, I was picking up something heavy with the forks, obviously. And that's why I bent the hell out of it, because it ripped the forks off. So, we'll come back, and let's get her done. All right, circus goers, so here we go. Tractor's done. Got the new cylinder back from the hydraulic shop. Did a good job. It's not leaking. Gave it a bath. Give her a good service all the way through because it really needs it because we're really a little abusive to it. So got the tires finally water filled with coolant in it. That way it's a little light when you're picking up cars. It's not that big of a tractor and it can do it, but the back end gets a little light. I'm hoping to weigh the weight of that, add another big heavy attachment to the back of this thing, we're good to go. So with that being said, that's servicing the tractor for this year. It's not in bad shape. I broke the front axle before. I had to fix that on one of the deals. That's why I got serviced, because I broke the axle. But anyhow, with that being said, that's servicing the old shop tractor. So thanks for watching, and yeah, catch you on the next one. All right, thanks.